Alright, today we'll be taking a look at 4 main decks that you can build from the latest buddy fight, BFE-S-BT06, mainly Gargantua Dragon, G-Evo Wheel, Dangerous Veggie, Triple Buddy, and Messiah Arms, the Dragon Slayers. Alright, so first let's take a look at the latest Gargantua Dragon. This is Gargantua / Wyvern. So it comes with a new ability, G-Boost Wheel. So at the start of your attack phase, draw a card, and for this turn, all cards on your field get power plus 5000. Then if you have other Deity Dragon Strike on your field, for this turn, at the end of the battle of that card, on your field attacks, you gain 1 life and deal 1 damage to opponent. So all units that's caught is already on the field or caught after gets the ability when they attack, you shoot 1 damage and you gain 1 life. And this is very, very strong, right? And it comes with move, double attack, soul guard. So that's our main. New Gaga. So definitely 4 copies. Alright, next we have the new size 2, double R. So this is our Storm Guard Dragon. So if a Dragon is on your field, this card on the field gets reduced by size reduced by 1, so it's only size 1. And when you gain life, if a card with G-Boost on your field, return up to 2 cards from opponent effect to hand and draw a card. Alright, so every time you attack, you shoot 1, gain 1 life, and you can activate this ability by returning 2 cards from opponent field, and you get to draw 1 card. Then this card has triple attack. Right, that's why definitely at least a 3 copy. Next, this from the secret pack. So this is the Rugadra. So if you have a card with G-Boost Wheel on your field, all Deity Dragon Tribe on your field cannot be rested and returned back to hand by opponent's card effect. Alright, so it's to protect your field. And not only that, when you gain a life, and for this turn, this card get critical plus 2 and double attack. Alright, definitely a 4 copy. It's to protect the field and also a good offensive power. Next, this is one of the most important card for this deck, Dio Gadra. So when you enter the field, you can discard 1 card from hand, charge 1, add 1 card with G-Boost Wheel from the deck to your hand and shuffle the deck. So it's a searcher. And not only that, when you gain life, if there's a G-Boost on your field, draw up to 2 of your opponent's gauge. So not only that, you also reduce opponent's gauge. Alright, definitely a 4 copy. You can use it as a buddy if you want. Alright, and our good old cat, definitely a 4 copy for the extra resources. And we have the G-Boost over, so definitely must play for G-Boost deck. Right, let's take a look at this new card. This is a triple R. Alright, so Gargantua. You may cast this if there's a G-Boost Wheel on your field. If you activate G-Boost Wheel during this turn. Counter, look at top 4 of the deck, add up to 2 to hand, the rest to gauge, and you may call a Deity Dragon Tribe monster from your hand by paying the call cost. So after attacking, call again, and you still get the G-Boost Wheel ability, and you can continue attack, gain 1 life, shoot 1. Right, definitely a 4 copy. Next, we have this from the secret pack. So similar, you may only cast this if you have a card with G-Boost Wheel on the field. Pay 1 gauge. Choose and use up to the following 2. You either nullify all abilities of a monster opponent field and destroy it, or you gain 5 life. Right, so gain 5 life and activate the rest of the abilities again. Next, another new card from the set, double R. So pay 2 life, choose up to 2 cards on opponent field, rest it, and if you have a G-Boost card on the field, for this turn you cannot be stand. Right, so a very, very good defensive card, rest it, and you cannot stand for the rest of the turn. Alright, the rest are repeats from the previous decks. Next, we have this new set card, a rare. So what this do is very simple. All Deity Dragon Tribe on the field cannot be returned back to hand by opponent's card effect. And when you gain when you gain a life by card effect, if you have G-Boost on the field, charge 1, draw 1. Once per turn, and you can set 1 on the field. Alright, definitely at least a 3 copy. You need at least 1 in your hand. And the usual, Dragon Shine, Gar Oracle. The new weapon. So equip cost, pay 1 gauge, pay 1 life. if a dragon is on your field, all deity dragon trapped on the field cannot be destroyed, and ability can be nullified. Counter during each player's turn, if a card with G-Boost wheel is on your field, call up to one size 1 or less from your drop by paying a call cost. So multiple attack, and this thing will penetrate. And 5k 3 critical, pretty painful. And we have the impact. It's not a must play, good to have. So we have a new fast-paced Dragot deck. Right, next let's take a look at the, I would say the main set from this deck. The main deck for this set, the triple body. Alright, so now not only have 2, we have 3 bodies, and if you see closely, the pictures are already linked. Right, so this is the triple body deck. So the main feature is actually the 3 Dragots. Right, the 3 different Dragots. And we have the, every time you body call, you actually gain 3 life if you manage to call all 3. And not only that, there's a lot of cards that allow you to restand your body and redo it again and retrieving them, so we don't really need a play set anymore. So around 3, 3, and 2. Or you can 3, 3, and 3. Right, so that's for the body. And as you can see, most of the cards are pretty staple from the previous deck. Let's take a look at new card. So now we have this new card. Right, so this is Talabulusi. So you may only cast this if there's a card with both Dragot and Legend Dragon on your field. Right, so you must have both trait. Counter, choose one of the following 2. You can either choose up to 1 monster on your opponent field. For each Dragot on your body zone, return that back to hand. Or choose up to 1 for each Dragot on your body zone. And for this turn, nullify all ability and of the cards. So you can remove all their soul guards, etc. Right, definitely a must play. 4 copies. Right, another old staple card. Right, so this is a new card. So this is the Grand Guidance. You may cast this if there's a Dragot and Legend Dragon with both trait on the field. Pay 1 gauge, pay 1 life, choose 1 to 2. You either choose up to 1 card on your field. For each Dragon on your body zone, stand them. So if all 3 of them, you can actually stand all 3. And choose up to 1 of your opponent's card for each Dragon on your body zone and rest them. Right, so you either restand or rest all your opponents. Alright, definitely a minimum 3 copies. Next, this is a new edition Triple R. That's definitely a must play. Right, so you can only cast it if there's a Legend Dragon on your field. So any Legend Dragon will do. Look at top 3 of deck. Add 1 of them to your hand, the rest into gauge. If you have 2 or more different Dragon on the field, you gain 2 life, and you can only cast this once per turn. Right, definitely a 3 copy. Right, another staple. The money PR, definitely a must play in the deck, at least 2 copies. Right, another new edition. Right, this is the last new edition that I actually add to this deck. So this is the Inevitable Victory. You can only cast it if there's 2 or more Legend Dragon monster on your field and you have a king item equipped. Charge 2, gain 2 life, and draw 2 cards. Alright, the condition is a bit strict, so we only put 1 copy for just in case. Maximum up 2 copies. Right, and more staples. Right, for items, we're playing 1 each now. So 1 from the trial deck and 1 from the previous secret pack. And as for the impact, it's not a must play. It's good to have. Right, so the latest triple body. Alright, next let's take a look at the latest Dangerous Veggie. We will just touch the main cards from this set. So let's take a look at the body. So we have the Green Pepper, which is your main monster in this deck. So pay 1 gauge for the call cost. During your turn, call up to 1 Dangerous Veggie monster from your drop other than itself by paying the call cost, and it's once per turn. Next, when this card attack and destroy opponent card, stand this card. So as long as it destroy a monster, it can keep restanding. So body, so we definitely play 4 copies, and we'll only go through the main cards. So 4 copies, and we have Eggplant. So as long as on the field, all Dangerous Veggies monster on your field cannot be rested by opponent's card effect. And when this card is destroyed, if your opponent has 3 or more high-end cards, you can discard 1 card. Alright, a good sabotaging card. Definitely 4 copies. And next we have the Potato. Right, so for Potato, all Dangerous Veggie on your field get defense plus 5000. And when this card is destroyed, draw a card. So you can combo with a lot of cards that destroy your own field, and you get to draw a card. Right, the rest are mainly like 2 copies, is just there for the random effects. Right, let's not touch them. Alright, so that's for the main veggies. Next, let's take a look at the curry. Alright, so this is the main attacker of the deck. So it gains all ability of size 2 and below Dangerous Veggies in the soul. And end of turn you get plus 10 life and penetrate triple attack soul guard. Normally around 2 copies will do, but we're playing around 3 this time around. For spells, we have 2 main spells in this deck. Actually 3. The first one is so delicious. So destroy a Dangerous Veggies on your field. Gain 2 life, draw 2. Alright, as I said, they gain ability from getting destroyed, so this is basically a blast. 4 copies. Next, we have the spell. You can only cast it if there's a Dangerous Veggie on your field. Look at top 4. Add any amount of different card name to your hand of Dangerous Veggie and direct into cage. Alright, increase your hand and cage at the same time. 4 copies. This from God Punk, but it's a very good sabotaging card, so we play 2. Pay 2 life, put up to 1 size 3 Dangerous Veggies and up to 1 Dangerous Veggie item from your deck to hand. So it's a searcher. Alright, the new PR for defensive. Right, loyalty, time sales to track the game a bit. And we have the item, which is the key card from the deck. Definitely must play 4 copies. Without it, the deck don't really function. So you may destroy a Dangerous Veggie monster on your field. If you do draw a card and it's counter, once per turn, you can do your opponent turn. And choose a Dangerous Veggie on your field, and you may put this card from the field into drop. If you do during this turn, the next time you get destroyed, it remains on the field. Alright, mainly it's for the first effect. Or if you want to protect your curry. And we have the impact that deals damage for each Dangerous Veggie with different name in your drop. That's the reason why we played everything at 1 copy with a range of them to deal the maximum damage. Right, so this is a fun deck, Dangerous Veggie. Right, definitely new player friendly, and I'll say it's actually pretty fun. Right, so Dangerous Veggie. Right, we shall end it off with Messiah Arms. Right, a pretty interesting Dragon Slayer deck. This is not the first time we have Dragon Slayer in the game, but this is the first time we have the whole deck that's mainly focusing on Dragon Slaying. So mainly we have Siegfried, the body, size 2 monster. We have the Heroic Armor, Balmok item. And if both of them on the field, you can pay the cost and you get transformed to Zig Saber. So let's just look straight to Zig Saber. So when this card attack, nullify all ability of up to 1 card with dragon in its attribute on your opponent's field and put it into drop. Right. not even destroying, it's directly putting into drop. And if a card with dragon in its attribute attacks you alone, nullify the attack. So if you are against a dragon deck, they must link attack. And penetrate, double attack, soul guard. Alright, so this is the ace. And next we have the key pieces like Balmurk. So if this card is in the soul of a 6 saber, which is this item, and you may pay 1 life, you may stand that card and once button. So not only double attack, if you pay a life, you can actually do a triple attack. And Messiah with this card in the soul cannot be destroyed or returned back to hand. Right, so definitely a must play as the key piece. And this at least 3 copy. Next, let's take a look at the body, which is Siegfried. So Siegfried, core cost, pay 1 gauge. And this card on the field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect. When this card enters the field, add up to 1 item with Balmurk or 6 saber in the name from the deck to hand, shuffle the deck. The critical of Messiah Arms with this card in the soul cannot be reduced by opponent card effect and double attack. So the 5 critical cannot be reduced. Alright, definitely a 4 copy, and it's the body. Right, so these are the main key cards, and as they are all secret packs, there's actually a cheaper version, cheaper variable, which is the Sigurd. Right, they do almost the same thing, but it consists of a triple R, R, and a double R. Right, so this is the version, and take note the abilities cannot be used around. So if you are playing Siegfried, you must go with the Siegfried combination. If you're playing Sigurd, you play the Sigurd combination. Right, so that's the alternative. Let's take a look at the rest of the key cards. The main key cards for the monsters will be Tritona. All cards with dragon in attribute on your opponent's field get power minus 5000, defense minus 5000. And during each player's attack phase and final phase, nullify all ability of a card with dragon on the opponent field, and this ability can be nullified. Definitely 4 copies. And we have the Camus. So you may draw a Messiah Arm from your hand and pay 1 gauge. If you do, look at top 5 of your deck, add up to 2 different name Messiah Arms to your hand, the rest to the bottom of your deck in any sequence. And you may just equip from your hand after that. So by paying the equip cost, definitely 4 copies. And we have this card that where I get discarded from hand. Charge 2 and gain 2 life. If you have Messiah Arms item equipped, draw 2 cards. So charge 2, heal 2, draw 2. End of the battle of this card, return back to hand. So attack, go back to hand, or you can just use this to discard and search cards. Right, a good combination, definitely 4 copies. It's Messiah Arms version of Alvido. Right, this is not a must play. It's just there because we are missing one of the important promo card. Next, let's take a look at the secret pack. So put this card from your hand into the soul of a Messiah Arms monster on the field. And if this card is in the soul, ability of all cards and soul on your field cannot be nullified. And counter when you're being attacked, and this card is in the soul, pay 1 gauge, nullify attack, and this one's button per card. Alright, so definitely 4 copies. Next we have the Opening the Door of Fate. So discard 1 card from hand, Messiah Arms to be exact. Charge 2, draw 2. And if you're equipped, draw another one. Right, a good combination. That's the reason why we play 4 copies of this. Definitely 4 copies. Next we have Illuminat's Ring that you can get from the trial deck too. Okay, 4 copies of DRR. So counter. Stand a Messiah Arms item on your field. For this turn, the next damage dealt to you is reduced to 0. And choose a Messiah Arm on your field. For this turn, if a card with dragon in attribute on opponent's field, oh sorry, the chosen card attacks, nullify it, and it cannot be reduced. Damage cannot be reduced, and if it's attacking alone. The text seems a bit weird. Choose an on the field if okay. Okay, sorry. So you choose a Messiah Arms on your field, and if your opponent have any dragon in the attribute on the field, the attack can be nullified, damage can be reduced if he's attacking alone. Definitely 4 copies. Then we have the usual Ignite, Guard, and Austria Guard, the usuals. Right, great spell. Since there's a lot of as you can see, there's a lot of gauge and hand. You can play this. Another interesting common card. Sorry, uncommon. So you can only cast it if there's a Messiah Arm on your field. Pay 1 gauge, pay 1 life. Choose up to 3 dragon in the attribute on opponent field. Minus 30k, 30k, and critical minus 3. And we have the impact, which is not a must play. You can only cast this if you have a Messiah Arms with Soul on your field. Pay 2 gauge, deal 1 damage to opponent for each monster dragon in the attribute on your opponent's drop zone. Right, the more dragon on your opponent's drop zone, the more damage. Right, so this is our Dragon Slayer, which is not really viable at the current meta with a lot of cross set, but is pretty good against most of the deck out there, even Star Dragon World, and many other worlds. Right, so this is a highly recommended deck. Right, so that's all for the deck introduction.